Barkshire very shortly. I'm just going to send out all the invites on the Discords and then we're going to get into it. Barkshire has streamed a range of games, Phasmophobia, Halo, uh, Ocarina of Time randomizers and such, and I'm sure he'll be able to explain a lot more to Sol. So yeah, I'm gonna send the invites and then we're gonna chat with him. So let me see. Dun dun dun. I'll leave. I'll leave that. But how is everybody today? Um, are you all doing good? I know I definitely enjoyed Minecraft today. That was really enjoyable. Making that spider, sorry, the skeleton spawner farm. That was what I made. Let me see. And that's happening here. So, although I can put it in here. Yeah, I'm just thinking. So let me see. Do 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 do. And there we go. Is everything fine on this? Yeah. So yeah. Why is it not saying anything yet? I'm just gonna refresh my browser on my laptop to check that everything's okay. And put it all in here. Oh, whoops. I have to edit that. I pressed the wrong key. But let me see. So there we go. And finally, the last one I always put a self promo in is actually but Discord. Self promo. Okay. Oh gosh, I've been promoting myself way too much. So, anyways, I'm just gonna get the right Discord up, and we can chat in a bit. Full screen it, and press the hotkey, and it should come up with you, Berkshire. I'm just gonna wait to see about the laptop currently, but yeah, you can speak whenever you're ready.
All right. Hey guys, how goes it?
Well, for me personally, I'm just sorting out all the stuff again for moving. It's hard work,
Yeah,
but it's eventually getting there. How are you?
pretty good, pretty good. Just been chilling on my day off.
Ah, nice. Definitely nice. Well, what is it that you stream? Hey,
Well,
Deej.
there's a bunch of stuff. Typically during the week, I'll do a single player game. I've been working on Skyward Sword right now. So that's been fun. Never played
Yeah.
it before. Great story so far.
Hmm.
Weekends I usually play multiplayer stuff with Pickle. We do Phasmophobia, some other ghost hunting games.
Yeah.
Uh, Shooters, racers, you name it, we play it.
Some of this is not completely open join, but it can be open join if you visit the channel often enough. I think you do some Among Us streams that,
Yeah, we do.
regulars like
Yeah.
myself attend sometimes.
Yeah, we open it up to the community and do some community games. We just recently
Yeah.
did a charity stream a couple weeks ago too for Extra Life, which went
Oh
really
yeah,
well.
you did. That that's so good that it went really well.
Yeah, it was
Um,
fun.
how do you I know the slightly tangential, but how do you keep
I
yourself
need.
focused for those yep.
Yeah.
For those charity streams because normally you do like 12, 24 hours and whatnot.
Focused? I mean, it's easier when you're with a group of people, though. I've always done it with a group of people, so I
Mm,
find it easier. But if I did by myself, like the first year we did the 24-hour stream, I ended up doing 29 hours because I stupidly did an a weekly for Ocarina of Time Rando, and I was starting to fall asleep. You could see me falling asleep while I was doing it, but I still pushed through and finished. But it was a struggle when everybody left. It's like nobody's
Uh,
talking to me. I'm just passing out.
did
There's a
you?
baby burden.
I know it's wrong game, but did you find Rock's feather pillow?
Yeah, it was brutal, but it was fun. But the 12
Mm,
hour went super quick. Lots of
yeah.
caffeine works too. Coffee, G Fuel.
Mm,
That helped.
oh, definitely. Um, yeah. I've never asked this personally, so maybe not the best time to ask you this here. But why do you stream? What started all of it for you?
Uh, well, I moved out of my hometown 3 years ago. I don't
Mm.
know a lot of people here, but that's fine. I'm pretty introverted, but I watched other people stream. Like I never watched Twitch until I moved here, and
Mm,
it just looked fun. And I've loved video games my entire life.
mm,
I find I play a lot more now that I'm streaming at this time, which is great because
yeah.
there's so many games out there I've never played and wanted to, and it's just a hobby.
Mm,
I just do it for fun.
yeah. Uh, Hannah says, Hannah Beth, one of my moderators, says, "Hi Goron, your friend is super cute." So,
I'm okay. I'm okay.
you're okay.
Hmm.
Didn't expect that from one of my moderators.
Hmm. I think I know
Oh,
we're
boy.
pretty okay though.
Ah, boy. So, uh, I was actually getting into a conversation last night on another Discord about it. So I might as well ask you, what game has shaped and molded you the most, and why? Uh,
Shaped and molded
what,
me. I mean,
and
the very first game I can ever remember playing was Ocarina of Time. It's what got me into playing video games, I think, on the
yeah,
N64.
I loved
Growing
Ocarina
up,
of
I didn't
Time.
have a lot of consoles like before the N64, so I didn't play anything beforehand. So I think that's what shaped me into playing video games in the first place. And now that I do the randomizers, I didn't play it for like 20 years. Then I started
Yeah.
doing the randomizers, and it's a lot of fun.
Hmm. Yeah.
And that's what I started streaming with. I think I probably streamed for like the first 6 months. All it was randomizers,
Mm,
and then I started branching out, playing Final Fantasies. Stories of Final Fantasies are amazing. The character build up
yeah.
and everything about it is great. The music, especially in Final Fantasy.
Just wondering. Again, I haven't asked. I should ask you more questions off an interview. Did you play the Final Fantasies before, or did you play some of them before, or how was it? Because I
So
know you're up to 9.
I finished 9 not too long ago. The very first Final Fantasy I ever played was 8 when I
Okay.
was a kid on the PS1. I played a little bit of it.
Yeah.
It was like it was my uncle's game.
Mm.
Played it. His third disc was scratched, so never finished it. But then years down the line, when it was like out on Steam, I finished it and it was amazing. It's my favorite
Yeah.
Final Fantasy, but I think it's because it's what got me into Final Fantasy.
Mm.
But Final Fantasy 9 was really good. Really, really good.
Yeah. I actually started with 9.
Yeah.
Um, I had a friend who had 9, and I loaned the discs, and I got to like disc. Everybody gets to disc 3. I
Yeah.
got to like disc 3, and then I was like, oh, I need to return this to my friend. So
Yeah.
I didn't play it for like 10, 15 years and finally finished it.
It
Um,
feels so good to finish a game that you've started playing so
yeah,
long ago. It never finished, I think.
mm,
And you get to know the full story. Like I think after Skyward Sword, the next
mm,
game I'm going to play is Legend of Dragoon. Goy's been
excellent.
wanting me to play it. I played it up until the fourth disc near the end. It was my buddy's game. I stole it from him.
Mm.
My bad. But Karma got me with a scratch disc and couldn't finish. So we're
Legend
gonna
of
finish it eventually.
Dragoon. My memory's a bit vague on that one. That's a JRPG, is it? Is it
It
under the
is,
Legend
yeah.
of Mana series, or?
I don't I don't know if it's under the Legend of Man. I think it's its own thing.
Mm,
But I've never played any of the Mana games, but they're definitely something I should play. I've heard really good things about them.
mm,
Like Secret of Mana and Legend of Mana. And then
yeah.
there's Chrono Trigger's another one I want to play.
Oh, yeah. So, what's the next JRPG you're going to play?
Legend of Dragoon, I think, with Goid. He's been
Okay.
pushing for it, and I've been wanting to play it, so why not? Might as well. It'll be
Yeah.
fun. Finally get to know the end.
So, I've sort of glanced over it. I do watch randomizers, I don't play them.
hmm
To those that don't know, what is a randomizer and how does it all work out?
Well, it depends on how you play it, if it works out or not.
Well, let's
Yeah,
talk a
but
standard
essentially,
randomizer.
essentially every item is randomized into different locations in such a way that you can finish it.
Yeah,
So it's not gonna screw you over unless you do no logic settings, and then
yeah.
that's not logical to me though. I would never finish those.
That's certainly
So everything is
illogical.
shuffled. Songs are shuffled in their song locations. The
Mm,
medallions are shuffled, so you may not end up doing every single dungeon every time.
mm,
So that's fun. It just the reason I play it all the time and keep going to it is because it makes you think. Because it's the same game, but it's also never the same
yeah.
routing. You know, so
And
makes you think.
just to clarify, in Ocarina of Time, there's always a possibility because you get something after the first three pendants that something is necessary for the game. That's what they call an all dungeon seed, and that's
Yes,
thus
and
your name.
yeah, yeah. We just did a multi-world tournament, and there were 6 races for the before the brackets, and we came out 50%, which is fine. It was fun. I didn't care if we won or lost. It was fun. But yeah,
Mm,
our name was the Oops AD Boys, and AD is all dungeons.
yeah.
So there were some settings we could switch around, and so we tried to force it to be all dungeons every time. But it seemed like everybody had that idea. So, but it was so fun. It was a fun meme.
Um, what got you into shooters? I know I myself I do I don't do pure shooters anymore because my aim is horrible. Seriously.
Mine's absolutely garbage too, but I
How
know
do
it's
you do
garbage,
it?
so so I'm okay with it. I don't even know how I got into shooters. I think it was on the PS2. I played some SOCOM 3 with my dad. So I think that's what got me into shooters, and then just
Mm,
Call of Duty before it went to garbage.
yeah.
Pickle and I used to play on the 360 all the time together.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't say in the interview, but teach me your secrets. But anyways,
Secrets. I don't got secrets. No
uh,
secrets from me.
mm, yeah.
Aimbot, Hannah, if I had an
Aim.
aimbot, I would actually be able to hit people. Or are you suggesting I get an aimbot? All right, let's see. Google. What is the best aimbot?
No, we're not doing a bot.
No aimbots. Twitch doesn't like that.
Forgive me, Barkshire, but my moderator, she normally isn't anything like this. I'm a bit worried about her, really.
You miss on no one is suspicious. Yeah, that's it, Hannah. Exactly. When I'm like 3 kills and like 20 deaths. That's exactly it. That's it. You got it.
Hmm. So, just gonna throw out some random questions. You miss so much, so no one is suspicious. Yes. Um, what video game would you hope was real life? I know that has
Real
loads of
life.
implications, but you know.
Oh boy. That
What?
was real life. I don't know. If any of the Final Fantasy games came to real life, we'd all be in trouble. We'd have to rely on the hero. I wouldn't be it. It
Good.
wouldn't be me. Oh man. Godlike creatures attacking. We'd all be in trouble. So that's one I don't hope doesn't come to life. I don't know.
Hmm,
I've never thought about that.
hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm just. I mean, the problem is you can either
That's a good
look at
question.
it practically or you can look at it emotionally. And practically, I know I play my own Minecraft, but Minecraft is pretty okay if you know what you're doing. You can hold
Yeah,
tons of stuff. Just
yeah.
it's
Just
not
make anything you need.
exactly.
All you need to start off with is your fists and just punch those trees.
Mm.
Make your
Final Fa
pickaxe and you're on your way.
Final Fantasy and Legend of Zelda are just, in general, as franchises, they're both things that I'd really like to be a part of. But yeah, if we were a part of either of it, we'd probably be doomed.
Yeah, yeah, we would.
Mm.
I
Uh,
think with Zelda, we'd be a little more okay if it was real life.
just
But
a tiny bit
yeah,
more.
Final Fantasy stuff, I don't know. There's just so
Mm.
much with it.
So, because we've talked about Zelda a bit, and like I say, I've always liked to. What was your hardest bit of Oot when you first played through it?
When I first played, like when I was a kid,
Yeah, yeah.
Shadow Temple, I hated. I could not, even though it's so easy now. Like
Mhm.
I, I just, I don't know. It's funny looking back as an adult playing games you played as a child, thinking that those games are so hard, and then you play as an adult, and
Yeah.
then they're kind of easy to you now, right?
Um,
But I've also spent so many hours playing that game with the Zooters.
yeah. I don't think I've become such a pro as you. I've played it like 5 or 6 times, Oot.
Hmm.
The hardest thing for me all the time, apart from what I think is not breaking the game, but you know what I mean, using tricks, is just
Hmm.
it's just Shadow Link in Water Temple. I'm just like Din's fire, Din's fire, Din's fire, Din's
Yeah,
fire, blue
that's the only
potion.
way I knew how. Yeah, that's the only way I knew how to do it as a child. Now I can throw nuts and then hit them. Just whack them down with the hammer, or just like walk backwards and hit them over your shoulder is another strat. There's so many strats to do it that you just don't think of as a kid.
Mm, yeah.
You just go for what you think is easiest and hope you have enough magic.
Um, One thing that I know there are different strats and they're a little bit harder to really get even for me at this stage, but for Link to the Past, one of the things I didn't know until like my third or fourth playthrough of it was that actually you can jump gaps with the Pegasus boots. I I
Oh, I didn't
just
even know
used
that.
I just used the hook shot all the time.
Yeah. I've only played one playthrough of A Link to the Past
Mm.
and then half a randomizer during a charity stream.
Half around. What
Yeah, I didn't know
happened
what
to
I
the
was
other
doing.
half? You
Well,
only
the other half, we just ran out of time and moved on to another game. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't understand the logic to it, but I'm sure I'd figure it out the more I played it.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
Once you have an item and you can figure out, oh, this item does this, and then you can go do that with it.
mm,
Leads you to another item. And that's the thing too with the Zooters going back to it,
mm,
is that you just figure out what items are good for what and try to lead yourself to the next big item to continue
yeah,
on in order to finish it.
yeah. I may have asked this before, but I probably haven't expressed this uh ugh. Basically, I'll
Tired?
say it again.
Yeah.
My mind just like twisted round itself and was like, well, I'm a knot now. Um, so you're planning on streaming Legend of Dragoon for your
Mhm.
JRPGs. What are your other plans for streaming? Keeping with the Zooters, I'm assuming as
Uh,
well,
uh,
and
yeah, I'll keep going back to them every now and then, but I've slowed down a lot on them.
yeah.
A lot of the times I'll do like a JRPG and then I'll do something else. Like I think I'm gonna do the second to the Tomb Raider series, Rise of
Mm,
the Tomb Raider. I think
okay.
I'm gonna do that after Legend of Dragoon, and
Mm.
maybe go back to a Final Fantasy. I think, or maybe a like Majora's Mask, maybe even. I haven't fully finished Majora's Mask before,
Oh,
but
Majora's.
there's a lot. Yeah, there's. there's a lot that I want to play. Or even Horizon Zero Dawn is one that I've always wanted to play. It looks so good too. So
Yeah, yeah. I need to play Horizon Zero Dawn as well.
I don't even know. I thought I got it on Steam, but I don't even know
mm,
because
I
it
got it.
was out on the PS4 only, right?
I got it for PS4. I don't know what else it was. I got it as a present.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, I just couldn't get into it. There's something
No?
about there's something about games when you're going through the tutorial stages, and if you can't get the tutorial, it's like this one thing. I'm
Yeah.
sure after tutorials, it gets a lot easier. Actually, were there any games like that for you? Games that
I
in the
played
past.
I played Fallout New Vegas for 5 minutes in the tutorial. The cooking part of the tutorial broke, so I just gave up. I didn't touch it anymore.
Have you eventually touched it since? Or?
No, but I hear it's very good, so I do have it, and it should be something I should
Mm,
play. So
I
I
def.
rented it. I used to work at Blockbuster, before
Mm.
they shut down, so I rented it. So I got it for free as a rental
Oh,
for
wow.
an employee rental. So it was no skin off my back for not playing it. So I didn't
Mm.
waste any money on it, thankfully. But I have wasted money on it now in Steam, just like many, many, many other games in Steam that I
Mm.
haven't never played.
Okay, loaded question, and I might not even answer this one, but what
Oh.
proportion of your Steam library is played?
Hmm. Well, let me see.
You
Let me open up Steam. I have how do you sort this? Sort because I just want no.
Mm,
Says I have 343. That doesn't sound right though. That sounds way too much. But how
mm.
much have I played in it? I would say 5 to 10% at
I'm
most.
I can't check at the moment because on screen here, the thing is, but I'm pretty sure it's similar for me. The myth-
Yeah, summer sales just took all my money and then just have never been touched. And Humble Bundle stuff too.
Mm,
Some games from Humble Bundles just to get like the
yeah.
main game out of it, and you get like 10 other games that I haven't touched.
Mm, yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I should play a lot more that's in there.
I am personally a bit of a board game enthusiast. Of course, been unable to recently, apart from digital versions. Have you played any digital board games?
I played the Monopoly with the community.
Mm,
I do have uh what is that? It's a tabletop simulator. I
yeah,
haven't played that yet, but I hear there's a lot of stuff there, so that's
yeah.
something I'd like to look into and
Mm,
maybe do it with like a community night kind of thing.
yeah. Um, it's
You know,
quite.
just play board games to flip the table when you lose.
Well, if you own the table, you can flip the board in Tabletop
Yeah.
Simulator. That's how it works. The problem is in the program, you can also reset the board, so it's not as though you can walk away going, well, table's flipped now.
Yeah, yeah. Screw this game.
Yeah. Um, just trying to think a little bit. Um, yeah, I haven't asked you. I know it's Zelda again, but what would you be in Zelda? Well,
What
specifically
would
Ocarina of Time. Would you be Hyrulean? Would you be Zora,
I'd probably be a
Goron,
blade of
Trigon?
grass just blowing in the wind, minding my own
I,
business.
I see you on the start screen.
I'm not, yeah, I'm the A button.
You're the A button.
uh, hmm.
Hmm.
I would probably just be like a background NPC, minding my own business.
Gosh. Well, yeah.
Link's got too many girls that he's after, so that's just too much stress right there.
I didn't understand that either when I was a kid.
Yeah, you got Rudo, you got Mally, you got Zelda. That's just in one
I
game.
I was like, what's happening here? this is what?
Yeah.
Romance? I'm a kid. This
He
guy's a
promises to
kid.
marry at least two of them.
I mean, he does, but I didn't know. I didn't
Yeah.
know he was promising to marry.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't
I
too
don't know. Maybe
young.
he'll just have sister wives.
Gosh, I was old enough, but I was, slightly young and naive, is the way that I
Yeah.
put it. So I didn't know that
Yeah.
he promised to marry like two of them.
Yeah. Rito
Um,
and Malin. If I were to pick one of those two, that would be Malin.
oh boy. I just I feel like with Ruto, it took a while in the sort of Jabu Jabu mission for her to really come out of her shell, effectively.
Yeah.
So that's why theoretically,
She she was just stuck up when you were trying to rescue her.
yeah. Um, okay, well, Hannah says Melon is totally wifey material.
Yeah, right? She owns a farm, so she's got a stable income.
um,
Uh, she can sing you to sleep.
the funny thing is that I know some YouTube channels have done this. There is a lot of symbolism between Lon Long Ranch and Super Mario, effectively. The
There is.
crossover is there. Yeah, Melon wears like a Bowser pendant. Talon, of course, is sort of the shape of Mario with the sort of color
Oh,
design, and then I keep forgetting his name, but the thing one that takes over the ranch and
that's
all of
Luigi.
that one is basically Luigi, yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, there's pictures of Mario in one of the
In
windows in
Hyrule
Hyrule
Castle,
Castle,
yeah.
yeah.
I know about that, but I didn't know there was anything else.
Well, the problem is you don't know if you can call it speculation or not. It's on that level, but I like to think it's true.
Yeah,
I
I think
mean,
it was just also limited like character design back then, you know.
mm, I
Like
mean,
OT was one of the first like 3D games, wasn't it?
I wouldn't say specifically so because, from my memory, Super Mario 64 was like 1996. That was the very start. Ocarina of Time was 1997. So it
Yeah.
had been a year.
So yeah,
Again,
it
you
makes
can't
sense
do
why
too much, but of
makes
course,
sense as to why they had a lot of throwbacks to
yeah.
Mario then.
Well, you have Bow Wows in Link's Awakening and A Link to the Past.
Hmm.
So there's always been that link, and well, that link. What can I say? Link is everywhere.
Yeah.
Don't. Hi, Zayoff. I'm interviewing Barkshire. How are you today? If you have any questions, I think Zayoff normally asks questions about Among Us, but you know,
Among Us.
yeah,
Well, red is always sus. Watch out for
oh,
yellow.
now you just said the SUS word.
Oh, is that banned in your chat? My bad.
It's not, but I think Zayoff might clip that now that you've said sus. I think he's
Oh, you said it
collecting.
now.
Oh no! I said it for the
You fell
second
for it.
time.
You fell
I
for my
felt.
trap card.
Talking about that, I know that AeroRaiser and Cloud,
Hmm.
who are well, streamers that you stream with sometimes and friends of yours, and
Yeah.
I know them quite well. They play
Yeah, Claude was one
Yu-Gi-Oh.
of my teammates in the
Mm.
tournament.
Are you ever gonna do anything Yu-Gi-Oh related?
I don't know. I haven't
Mm,
played since I was a kid, but I don't know.
mm, yeah.
Maybe. We'll see.
Mm,
I never really thought about it, to be honest.
fair enough. Um, so yeah. Um, hmm. Uh, design logos and whatnot and emotes. I haven't asked you about that. Have you got any plans for any future of that? And of course, you've got merchandise as well.
I do,
Mug,
yeah.
mugs
I'm
and
I'm gonna be switching my merch store over, I think, from Teespring over to Stream Elements.
Mm.
So I'm working
Okay.
on that right now. I just wasn't quite impressed with the print of Teespring.
Mm.
Like the print washed off super easily. So
Mm.
yeah, for emotes, I do want to get some emotes done once I get like follower emotes
Yeah.
because they have those now, but I don't have them for my channel. But I do want to get some of them done.
Mm.
When I get like a tiger, or not a tiger, a lion like prowling in the background for like lurking. So when people lurk, you have an emote for that. I'll probably put that as a follower emote.
Um, what's the idea for your emotes being lions, by the way?
So I I didn't even think I'd ever make Twitch affiliate. If I'm like honestly, I just did it
Mm.
as a hobby, so I never thought about emotes, and then I got affiliate. I didn't have emotes for months. And
Mm.
then there's another streamer that I watched. I won an emote giveaway from her channel. So that's how I
Okay.
got my emotes, my first set of emotes.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what I wanted, and she does animals very well, and lions are my favorite animal. So I just went
Mm.
with a lion.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
Throw some of the emotes.
Mm.
Here, I'll throw them all. Those are all the emotes I've got right now.
Yeah. They are a really nice set of emotes.
Yeah, she does a really good job with them.
Mm. Yeah. I
So I got lucky with that giveaway, I think.
you really did. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. I think I personally like the angry lion and the high
The
lion and
rage.
yeah.
Yeah, that one comes in handy sometimes.
Sometimes.
Especially with Zooters when I just trying to do the simplest of things and can't. It's get a little ragey.
Well, it
We got a
happens.
sneeze one. We got a sneeze counter on my stream now. Oh, well,
Mm,
we've had it for like a year and a half now because I just always
mm,
sneeze. So
yeah.
we got a counter for that. So we got a sneeze emote.
Mm. Well, yeah. Um, don't worry about not being able to do the simplest things. I've forgotten how to interview you in the middle of an interview.
That's fine. You know what? Those are the best interviews though, because they're just kind of like
Yeah.
shooting those. I don't know if you swear in your stream. You're just shooting it, you know.
So as a
I-
question, how do I perform this interview?
yeah, you just talk.
You just talk. Okay,
Open
I'll
your
keep.
mouth, let words come out.
Hannah Beth says, streamer, what is your goal for your streaming for
It
in two
sounds like
years
more
from
of a
now?
Goron question because Goron's a streamer in this case.
Mm. I think we all
Yeah, yeah.
it
Goals
just
in the next
happens.
2 years. I mean, I don't
Mm.
even know what I'm gonna have for dinner tomorrow, so that's kind of hard to.
Well,
I don't know.
yeah, I play my trap card now. Okay.
I just I
Um.
don't have any specific plans. Like I don't care to hit partner. It's just a hobby for me, you know.
Mm, mm,
A place where people can come and wind down, like-minded
yeah.
individuals that enjoy the same games I enjoy. So some of the
Yeah.
music, because I play some music in the background for some
Mm.
stuff. You know, just a place you can just escape from everything for like 3 hours when I stream during the week, you know?
Hey, Quackamoles. Welcome. Just interviewing Bark, as you can probably see on stream.
Hello.
But yeah, my trap card, and I did say this sometime beforehand. Um,
That's yeah. I've got a few more right here.
what's
Another one.
you said food. What's your favorite type of noodle?
My favorite? Well, you can't go wrong with the spicy nudes.
I didn't
And
say.
that's why we have this emote. We got your nudes emote.
Zayoff is
How
saying.
to kill? Oh no, please don't. You'd
Zayoff
have to
is
come across the pond.
true, but Zayoff was saying something that I may or may not have put in notifications. Do you have any weaknesses like kryptonite, maybe? I'm just asking
Weaknesses?
for a friend.
Weaknesses, I mean, probably. I mean, kryptonite, I'm not Superman, so I don't think kryptonite would affect me. Bad internet.
Bad internet.
That gets to me.
What's the worst internet that you've had,
The
actually?
worst?
Yeah.
Um, I don't even know. Like, I
Mm,
don't remember a time where I've really had terrible internet. I mean, it goes down from time to time everywhere you go, but
yeah.
I mean, I never started using the internet a whole lot until I was like
Mm,
in high school, I would say, and then it
yeah.
was just for school, and then
Mm,
after that, I played some World of Warcraft, so then I was always on the internet.
mm.
You don't think I'm a fan of G Fuel? No,
No, Bark isn't a
no,
fan of G Fuel.
it's not good at all.
Um, yeah, I think sometime where I was like 3 or 4 years back, major issues the internet went. Actually, 5 years back, I was in a different place. There was a huge flood. Everything went, including the
Oh
internet,
no,
for like 2 or 3 days.
yeah.
Um, you can ask Barkshire as many questions as you want.
Now you're
Well,
asking permission.
although I
Hmm.
don't know how careful you need to be, Hannah. Some
Yeah,
questions.
I think there was a winter where we had no internet for like 5 days because of
Mm,
just freezing rain, or like it was a huge ice storm just knocked everything out for 5 days.
mm,
We had a blackout
mm,
for, for like a week when I was a kid, like
mm,
all across the province.
mm.
We had a blackout. It was for a week. It was awful in the middle
Oh
of the
gosh.
summer. So that was
Yeah.
fun.
So Hannah Beth asks, what keeps you all motivated to keep streaming? I can answer my part first if you need time.
Like, go for it.
For me, it's it's a tough one because I can't put everything sort of in a bubble. Everything was happening with my life. Basically, the first thing that started was that I found the group Infinity Flag. I saw their Minecraft server and I kind of made some really ginormous bases in there. And then I just thought, wait, if I want bigger ginormous bases, then it would be good to work with people towards the same goal. And ergo, why don't I stream to try to get people on board effectively for Minecraft in general? And the other thing is that it's a good way of communicating with people and seeing people in the chat here. Um, of of course, that was especially true given the fact that like when I was thinking all of this was like last year, 2020 and whatnot. And yeah, we all know what happened in 2020. Basically, the internet was the most important thing back then. So, oh, Zayoff got lost there. Basically, I the generic answer, although I did say the specifics, is the sense of community and having a community and communicating with people and not being alone. Um, I think because like I do get very lonely sometimes, especially now, and having you all here is just absolutely amazing. It's like, oh, I've got lovely Berkshire, Zayoff, Hannah, Quackamoles, Yodij at the start. Like, it's amazing. It's absolutely brilliant, and you're all lovely people.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, community is a big thing. Like, I never thought I'd start a community with this ever or have as many followers as I do. I was happy with 5 followers, you know? But like for me, it's like people, like I said, it's people come to chill and chat or just hang out, you know?
Yeah.
When I started, I, like you said, loneliness was a factor. So I
Mm,
started doing this, but
mm,
I also saw how fun it was to do it, you know?
yeah.
And then just knowing that people keep coming back and chatting is another thing that keeps me going.
Mm,
And it's the people in the chat too that make it very enjoyable. You know,
yeah.
it's not just the game that I'm playing; it's the chat.
Mm. It's such a strange thing to me because the way my mind operates with it is that, it's just similar to, back when I was a kid, I didn't have brothers or sisters back then. I did have cousins and I had
Hmm.
friends and, I was like, oh, I can't do this game, but I'll happily watch you play it. And it's
Hmm.
the same feeling here, whether I'm the person playing and somebody else is watching, or,
Yeah. See,
somebody else is playing and I'm watching. It's like,
yeah. I agree. Like, there's some games that I want to know about, but I don't necessarily think I would play. Like Final
mm.
Fantasy 10 2. Cannot play it, but I would like to know how it ends. I just don't like the gameplay of it, so it's not for me.
Yeah,
But I do want to know how it plays out. Or like some people don't have the money for the games, and
yeah.
they just want to see what it's all about. It's like
Mm.
sports. When people ask me, why would people watch you play a video game? I always tell them, why do you watch people play hockey?
Mm.
You know? It's the
Yeah.
same concept, in my opinion.
That's why whenever somebody's watching somebody play hockey, they need to get in that ring with zero experience and
Yeah.
start
Yeah.
playing for the national team.
Yeah.
um, oh gosh. Um, actually, I know I'm reminiscing here. Um, how was your experience of arcades? I did love them. And what was your
Um,
favorite arcade game?
where I grew up, we had an arcade downtown and then it ended up closing. But then, probably like 45-minute drive, they have some arcade restaurants.
Yeah.
But like just going there and just the racing games are pretty fun, and
Mm,
just going around getting all your tickets for the prizes as a kid was always
yeah.
fun as well. Felt
Um,
some sense of accomplishment, when you got your tickets and you get like your 50-cent prize with your $300 tickets. you know?
I well, I was talking about it before, I forgot the name, but I did enjoy, I believe, Time Crisis too. That sort of shooter, where it's like you're looking around the screen and it's just moving platforms on rails, shooters on rails.
Mhm.
Those were enjoyable. I love pinball, although
Yeah.
unlike Windows pinball, I couldn't tilt the machine.
Yeah, I don't think
Windows
they'd let you.
pinball is unrealistic. So I enjoyed pinball, and
Yeah.
let me see, what else did I enjoy?
Yeah,
Um,
like Mario Kart on the arcade is so different than Mario Kart like
mm,
on a controller.
there was I keep forgetting, but it was basically a newer version of Space Invaders. Yeah, my mind's gone. I But you know what I mean. Like I played the original Space Invaders, and then I played a game that was basically, it felt similar, but it wasn't just it getting faster near the end. It was actually moving ships, moving in all different directions, and I was like, "Whoa, this is amazing." Um, and of course, I can never forget because the voices are still in my head. Okay, I am Sinister. Run, coward, run! I hunger. Even now, like, part of me, like 1% of my brain is like, is Sinister going to destroy me anytime soon? I must defeat him.
Yeah. I'm not a coward. I
I'm,
will get you.
I'm not a coward. I will get you. Are there any arcade classics that you've because I know there's the Sega sort of collection that I do have, but are there any arcade classics that you have on Steam and whatnot that you have
On
played or
Steam.
want to play?
Not on Steam, I don't think.
Mm,
Yeah, I don't really have any like arcadey games on Steam,
mm,
but I would probably look into it. Like they have like the whole like Sega Genesis stuff on there, right?
Yeah.
And
I
there's
I know I've got quite a few. I just it's the problem with Steam. I've bought it, but I haven't played it.
yep, just like 90% of my library.
um, so now we're getting into tough questions, I think, because which side of the line were you? Were you
Which side
Nintendo
of the
or were
line?
you Sega? Yeah, I have to.
Nintendo. Like I didn't really have anything before the N64, but
Mm,
I've I think like going to my grandfather's, he had like a Super Nintendo, so
mm,
I think more towards Nintendo.
yeah. I mean, for me, it's been Nintendo over Sega.
Hmm.
Um, Nintendo's always been a tough one because their release schedule is different than every other console, so it's not as though I directly compare. I just seem to have money around when a new PS console
Yeah.
is being sold. And when a Nintendo console is being sold, I'm like, oh, I'm broke. I can't
Yeah.
buy this.
You can kind of predict like is it November? Then it's gonna be everything. Like PlayStation and Xbox is all like around November.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Um,
Nintendo's kind of all over the place, aren't they?
yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm holding my hands up. I'm gonna get a Switch. I just don't have one at the moment. Um,
Yeah, yeah, the new like I don't think I'll get the new Switch that's coming out, the OLED version,
mm,
because I just use it docked anyways, so
yeah.
but
Hmm.
if you can, I'd wait for that then if you're looking to get a Switch.
Oh yeah. Talking about nostalgia, because it's something I've got, and bringing it back to Zelda slightly. Um, I've seen the 3DS graphics compared to the N64 for like Ocarina of Time, and even
Mhm.
though they're technically better, I like the older graphics more.
I
And
think so
like
too.
I just
I
find it
think I agree.
strange because I'm like, am I just being ultra nostalgic here? Or like,
Yeah,
are the graphics on the N64 better?
the
I don't
fluidity
know.
of Link just doesn't seem right.
Um, what I would say about Skyward Sword is just looking at it from you playing it, I just think the graphics are spot on. It's not Wind Waker too
Yeah.
cartoony. It's not too sort of rough like Ocarina of Time or Twilight Princess.
Mhm.
It's sort of, do you know what I mean? It's like in the
Yeah,
middle. It's like Wind Waker feels like one perception that's ultra bright and a little bit cheery. I haven't seen the full story, so I'm sure like the
it's
story
good.
it isn't.
It is
Um
pretty good.
and Ocarina of Time is, well, the furthest would be Majora's Mask.
Yeah, it's
That's the
pretty
most
dark.
uncheery and like
Yeah, very dark.
for me, Skyward Sword, like the art style, it's like somewhere in the middle. It's like this
Mhm.
is realistic. This is
Yeah,
this is
Twilight
pure
Princess is a
neutral.
very dark game too.
Story wise, then, yeah,
Yeah, I
interesting.
need to play Twilight Princess again. I've played it just once when it was released on the Wii with the Wii.
Mm, yeah,
That's one that I'll have to play again at some point.
yeah. Let me think. Um, my mind's slightly going. I've asked quite a lot. I've asked about well, I've asked about what games you're playing in future. I've asked about Oops All Dungeons Boys, which you're a part of.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't ask about your favorite type of noodle. That was my sharp card.
yeah, it was the spicy ones. I've got a pack. I keep a stack of them because the store doesn't have them sometimes. Oh no, they're all in the kitchen. I'm running low, I guess.
Oh no.
But yeah, just some like spicy Korean
Mm,
ramen is really good.
yeah. So
Can't go wrong.
yeah. Um actually talking about food, you're the only person I know that does this, but on your stream, you've got a link to send you food.
That was all memes. That's all memes. I
That
think it's been used like twice.
so send.
Yeah, it's all memes.
Oh.
I've come close. Like I've been thinking about actually removing it because it's also not worth it because it's so expensive
Mm,
compared to just ordering normally.
mm. Um, yeah.
Oh, I think I did actually get rid of it.
Oh,
But you're
well,
right. I did have it.
yeah, you did definitely have it. So yeah, there's nothing more. I'm just reloading because I think it glitched out on my laptop again. Um, not much more I can say. Not much more chat can really say, I don't think. So yeah, say what you want, and if you want me to link anything in the chat, I will be doing so now.
Yeah,
But yeah, um, before you say that, I'm just gonna say, thank you for being on here.
yeah, for sure.
Berkshire is one of the so Barkshire I found out through the Ocarina of Time randomizer community, because I followed quite a few streamers on that, and then of course you were raided, and I think that was the best raid of my well, yeah, I'm gonna say the best raid of my life because you are such an awesome person.
Well,
Um,
thank you.
yeah, and yeah, basically, thank you ever so much. Anything you want to say, I can link to that.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, I'm probably gonna start stream shortly after. Think I'm
well,
gonna do the weekly today. Starts in
mm,
about 10 minutes. So
well,
I think I'll
do
do
you want
that.
to hold on for that, or maybe you can go off and I'll keep streaming and I'll raid you.
Yeah, I can
That's
get
a
all set up for
possibility.
it. I've got everything pretty well going.
Yeah,
Just looking at
okay.
their settings, so I don't know what settings they're using right now. I haven't done
Mm,
it in over six
mm.
months, I would say at least.
But yeah, I'm just sorting it out on here. Well, if you're gonna sort out in 10, like I said, anything more you want to say, say it. Oh, sorry, I should have just used the shout out command again. But
Yeah, that's
this is Botsh's link. I don't know about the link to your Discord. Hannah, if you're still there, if you could do me a favor and link that. Um, but yeah, so that's the link there. Anything more you want to share link wise or say?
well, I just appreciate you having me on your channel and chatting.
Well,
Is that the Discord there? Yep, looks like it.
I just think it's fun chatting to people and
Yeah,
having these interviews and seeing how
yeah.
things go, and it's been absolutely amazing. So thank you. And if you're in 10, I'm gonna extend it for about, yeah, who am I going to interview next? I'm not sure on that one. Might be from a number of people. So we'll have to see. But yeah, take care, and I'll raid you soon, and we'll do something filler wise in the meantime. So yeah.
Well, I appreciate it, and thank you guys for your questions as well.
Mm, yes, yeah. So I'm gonna go F8 on that. Which should be like ending, but I forgot how to put my thing on there. I'm gonna get out of this Discord call once I see that that's all fine. Is that fine? Let me see. Well, I'll get out of the Discord call to let you
Okay.
anyways now. So see you soon.
All right.
Bye. Um, so there we go. There's that on that. I'm just trying to see. I'm gonna have to see it there. That's fine. It says there. So, let me see. Be right back is the right screen. Although now I have to set up scene. So